Bugs Bunny in Crazy Castle 4. Yikes. It's not that bad. Right, because this is the start of the VOD, I'm going to very briefly just mention for people that might be watching this on YouTube. I did a thing recently and I'm not presentable on camera right now, so for the next few VODs you're going to be seeing this drawing of my face provided generously by Tiger Sky Drum. Amazing stuff. I'll be back to having a webcam in like a week or two or something. Alright, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4. We played this for what, 2 hours, 3 hours? That was on last Sunday. It was a long time ago. And I did like a 7 or 8 hour stream because I was gonna be away for a while. And I'll say this about Crazy Castle 4. It's good, but like every Crazy Castle game is slightly better than the previous one. I think the jump between 2 and 3 is larger than the jump between 3 and 4. 3 is the one that has you scrolling around when you press start to pause and a few other things. This one changed a few things in like the automatic movement. Like on the previous ones, if you hold up, you go forward until you hit the door, then it goes into the door. They removed that for some reason. I know it's not natural movement. Why are you going forward when you press up? I get it. But I was used to it. And I feel like I was gonna say long-term fans of this series, which sounds weird when talking about something like Crazy Castle. But I feel that anyone that loved the previous Crazy Castle games that went in for this, they all disliked not having that functionality anymore. If you've never played one and you play this, and I describe it to you, you're gonna be like, why would I want that? But you get used to it. Still, it is better than Crazy Castle 3. It is overall more of the same. No like big major improvements like there was between 2 and 3. Makes Are the Rivals the Sistine Chapel? It's okay. It's a living, yes. Bugs Bunny never fucking learns 4-view for Game Boy Color. Yeah, he doesn't know that he looks at Sea Castle and thinks it's Carrot Castle. 5 games in because this is the 5th game. I know it says Crazy Castle 4, but it is the 5th Crazy Castle. So yeah, all right, let's get into the game. My wires are all out of place. Freaking stupid Nicolas Cage face getting in the way. Alright, and I should be ready. Let me adjust my own volume here. And let's move. Oh look! It's the hit screen. It doesn't look that good. It's the best I could come up with. But it's working. You guys can watch your emotes fly behind me. And that's kind of what I want to do when I have a green screen, if I ever finally get to that, is still having the hit screen behind me. Really itching to stick an O and a th in there. Yeah. Would you believe me if I told you that I just tried to move myself aside so you could see? Of course, I can't move myself. But I literally moved in my chair right now so you could get... Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if this program would support all of that. I'm using this one with a weird-ass name. It's called Veado Tube. It's very strange. Alright, let me resume the timer. We are on stage 4-3. That was a lot of progress. And I remember the stage is getting much larger or something. Alright, let me get a drink. There's a guy shaking his ass behind my head. It's cute with the emotes. Yeah, which is why I insist that having a green screen would make the eat screen better. Because then I could have that everywhere. But there is a lot of work. It's not just buying the green screen, it's also working on the web stuff, on the overlays. Anyway. Yeah, the pressing up to going to a door walking forward is... Like here, on previous games, if I pressed up here, I'm holding up. He would go right until he hit the door and then he would go up. So you can't miss the door because you're not like right, then up, right, then up. Just hold up. You get used to it, it's very powerful. This game doesn't have it. So what happens is that sometimes I press up too late and then I miss the door like there. Like, right, up, I missed the door. Press the graphics. Game Boy. That's all the pixels they had. I'll have to kill this guy. Because I don't have the thing for this yet. When you see a pixel pattern like that in a wall, always look for hidden words letter kanji hanzi. I hope... Yeah, I'm sure there's some meds for that, Tiger Sky Drum. I hope you find help with your problem. I'm just kidding. That's overly complicated, Sark. I'm amazed. I mean, we all put in work with our... yeah, I remember this game has mimics. We all put in work on our streams, of course, in whatever areas make the most sense. I never had to put work on that stuff before because I could just... Okay, I'll have to take damage here. Like there, I pressed up and it failed. Ah, shit. But I put a lot of work on my overlay stuff. And I never thought I would actually be using one of these PNG tuber, VTuber things. If you haven't seen this game before, the goal is to get 8 keys on the stage. Once you get 8 keys, you can go to the locked door and that ends the stage and you move to the next one. And the stages work as puzzles. This is a puzzle platformer. It doesn't have jumping or anything. It's meant to be played as a puzzle, which is good for something like the Game Boy. Whenever I touch one of those chests, I immediately pull back in case it is a mimic. Which it was, right there. I still need like a pickaxe and a hammer to get through some of those rocks. Mimics always add an automatic start to any game rating your heart. I think it depends on how the mimic is implemented. There are games that have mimics for the sake of having mimics and they're just unfair. This one is fine. This one leaves you on your toes and you can kind of blame yourself if you fall for the mimic. Games where you can blame yourself for mimics are fine. Games where it's just cheap shot, then no. Like, there was no way of knowing, there was no way of avoiding, it's just free damage for no reason. Yeah, no, that's a little bit much. Major flaw no longer updated. Also, it does do random mouth flaps without any sound. If I could use this to kill that guy, I can't. On this game, they changed this other thing that is very strange. You can't... When you pause to scroll, you can't see the other... the enemies. they disappear while you're scrolling. Yes, hi, culprit bot. I had that set up to come up like every 30 minutes. I think that's fine. I've never had automatic messages on my chat before, but I think this kind of warranted it. I haven't found any tools yet. I found, on my research, I found 2 programs for this. ViadoTube, which is the one I'm using, is the more simple one. And this other one called PNG Tuber Plus. As soon as I saw it had like rotation and shit, I'm like, no, this is way more than I need. Appreciate it, but no. Okay, but I don't need to use the gun here, I can just run like this. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I think I can get up there. Right. There we go. Still no tools. Now, running all the way over there doesn't do me any favors. No, it doesn't. I would need to get that one. If I go left, there is that door that could have something. So I need to go left first. Dropping there doesn't do me anything. There's no reason for me to take that. Okay. Finally, one of the tools. This one is the one that lets you climb over. My bad. That lets you climb over some rocks. Some rocks are to climb over, some are to break. I'm pretty sure that one, yeah, that one is to break, so I shouldn't go there. I feel like that layered scrolling on the clouds up top is kind of unnecessary. I think we might have killed all the foxes, which are usually the issue on these stages. Yeah, I can't break these. Oh, I can drop here. Is this the hammer? No, it's another key. Where can I get that I couldn't before? Well... I had another shot. Holy shit. So there was a hidden fox. Okay, I can get to this. And I can kill that bird by dropping the rock on top of it. Is this the hammer? No! Okay, I need to find some rocks to climb over. There is... Are there any? Here... yeah, I can... Okay. Yeah, that's where I have to go. I can't climb over those. Only over the blue ones. I feel like this is kind of a small issue with the game, like the levels are too large. And that's usually okay-ish if they're kind of linear, which obviously isn't the case with this. They're really spread out, yeah. Finally we have the hammer, now we have a hidden door behind one of those blocks. I don't know which one. I can shortcut here. Each platform could be half as large. Yeah! Feels like it's too large for the sake of being too large. Such a big game with big levels. And I know that, you know, if you have like the memory constraints of something like Game Boy, doing larger stages is a bit of a achievement by itself, but it's kind of pointless if you're just flexing. This is a waste of time now because I have to wait for that bird. At least there isn't a timer. This game would be way too jacked with a timer. Okay, good time to have a drink. It does. You know what they did to counteract that? They made it so the weapons take a while to go off. Like if you press the balloon, for example, it takes several frames for it to set up. So you have more space, but you have to plan around using that space. And then they made it easier again by giving you health, which none of the previous games had. It might be there. I'm not complaining about the game being easier, of course. The thing about it is that as much as I'm not the biggest fan of challenging games in general, having stages that are too large and overall easy makes for a game that it's slightly more boring to play. Right, and that's the only reason you have challenge in a game. Not so people can brag about it, because that's dumb. You have challenge in a game because some games can get a bit boring. This game is feeling more boring because of how large the levels are. Just wasting time. Just double the platform ladder lengths, ramp up the start of frames on every weapon, no one will notice. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Now I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just going. And hopefully I can find... There's some block I need to break somewhere to get the last key. I probably need to climb the entirety of one of these to find the rope that leads to the right. Is it that one or is it that one? It's the top one, the very top one. Outstanding, there's a gorilla in the way, by the way, yeah. Although I did get full health, so it should be fine. Even if it hits me. The enemies in general are also easier, like other than the fox I'm not worried by any of these. There's a Donkey Kong Game Boy game that's like this, terms of puzzle platform is much faster paced, looks really fun, super split, does have a timer though. If you're talking about Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, the one that starts with 4 stages that make you think they fake you out, that is just regular Donkey Kong. And then it turns into puzzle platformer. That game is one of the best games on the Game Boy ever. I have beaten it. It supports Super Game Boy. It has like these voice clips that only play on the Super Game Boy. That game is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. And did it have a timer? I don't remember having a timer. Because I don't remember rushing through it at any moment. Then that game, if anyone has any interest in a puzzle platformer on the Game Boy, I don't think I can think of a better one to recommend. Makes a lot of funny sprite glitches. Yeah, Mario does like these spinning on diagonal ropes to jump across it. And then you place these random ladders everywhere. It's kind of the predecessor to some of those. Because Nintendo always had this thing with having puzzle platformers, trying to make puzzle platformers a thing. So you have that game where you play as Mario, and you have this one game that people forget about, which was, I think, the first Wario game. Let me check my list. I think it was the very first Wario game. Yes, there is this one game from August 1993, which is the very first game where Wario shows up, even before Super Mario Land 3. Called Mario and Wario. I think it wasn't released in the United States. It is a puzzle game that you play with the mouse. And I think you control like a fairy and you switched blocks with the mouse to make Mario walk around or something. It gets very tricky eventually. I did beat it. It was very interesting, like it's very weird. And then eventually Nintendo finally settled on Mario vs. Donkey Kong Battle of the Minis, whatever. There's an entire series that came out of that that's still going on. It's not one of their most well-known or successful franchises, but I do appreciate the fact that it exists. I was for my grave, for my crazy questos. Yes, Alex Murphy, welcome in. You know, Alex Murphy, I have thought of you because I found a picture of Alex Murphy from the RoboCop movie. You know, typical face glued on a frame with a very stiff neck. That's how I feel right now. I've sent that picture to some friends and yeah, this is how I feel right now. And it's very close to how I look with my new Nicolas Cage face. But this is the last Crazy Castle game that we're playing on this retrospective because it's the last one that is themed after Looney Tunes characters. Let me kill this guy, there we go. Can I kill anything else? No. This is very tall! Oh, anti-OCP for my operation. Yeah, they had a good deal. They threw in a bunch of, like, purple... You asshole! They gave me a bunch of purple sunscreen to protect my new Nicolas Cage skin. This stage is fucking... What the... That's too many... What the hell? There's a gorilla there. I didn't know the gorilla did that. That's the first time I've seen him do that. This stage is jacked. One of my favorite Grand Sumo related photos is the Rikishi, who's now Eder Azumazaki, whose nickname was RoboCop, with the actor who played Alex Murphy. I barely got any of that, but it still sounds fascinating. Were you... Tagascadron, were you the one who was recommending I checked Sumo on Twitch while I was playing a Speedy Gonzalez game? I should look into that. Okay, I killed a truckload of these fuckers. Get wrecked, every single one of you. I think there's still one alive, though. You're the Zoom-obsessed weirdo. It's a healthy obsession. That's nothing weird about it. Look, you can't call yourself a weirdo if you are fascinating with something that is an anime. I think that's where the true weirdos are. Not just... oh, I'm fascinating, obsessed with anime. No, not just that. Not everyone who's obsessed with anime is a weirdo, but almost every weirdo is obsessed with anime is what I mean. Nothing wrong with anime. It just attracts weirdos, I guess. Starts tomorrow. You... This stage is jacked. And it's only gonna get worse. This game, despite having the extra health and everything, it feels like way more annoying than the previous ones. Good, I don't need it. I like the photo of John Rice Davies with a cosplayer in a RoboCop suit after John had been the RoboCop KO Cyborg Cop. Not familiar with that picture. I wanted to watch RoboCop. That's the thing, like, sometimes you want to watch a good movie again, and then you think about all the good movies you haven't watched yet. Well, I should watch one of those instead of something I have watched already. And then you don't watch anything. The amazing thing about... and of course, I don't need to tell this to my chat, you guys are very well versed in all of that. The amazing thing about RoboCop is that, like, you know, some people are not too familiar with it, I guess. It's not a guy in a suit, right? I mean, sure, the actor, the real life. I mean the character is not a guy in a robotic suit. It's a robot with a human face plastered on it. So they put a lot of effort in making the robot move in ways that are inhuman. Like, a bunch of illusions in positioning things so like the joints look like they are unnaturally placed. Especially with the edges of the, like the... I'm gonna waste this because I couldn't touch anything. Shit. Like the edges of the shoulders and the hips. And like it's very subtle, but it does throw your brain for a loop a little bit, which is what makes that costume so good. RoboCop is a 10/10 movie, if you don't recall it that well, best watch it also not that long. Yeah, no, RoboCop is fantastic. He's mostly dead, yeah. It's incredibly dark, it's one of those things that it doesn't make any sense that it had cartoons for kids and toys for kids. It's like a self-parody, right? At this point, at that point it was self-parody, like, yeah, capitalism, let's... And it was popular among the kids. And then the parents would be like, oh, that movie with the policeman who is a robot, it's cute, I guess. I know, that's the perception everyone had of that movie back when I was a kid. That movie is incredibly deep in its messaging. It's fantastic. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that still to this day. Which, you know, in a lot of ways means to me that that movie deserves a rewatch by mostly everyone. And violent. It's very... The version that played on TV here wasn't that violent because it was edited for TV, because of course it was. As a kid, the violence makes it better. A lot of the violence, I only saw it on a rewatch. I didn't want to go left, I wanted to go up first. Shit, that was horrible, I only have one more hit. Oh, that's a mimic. Everywhere has a director's cut now. Yeah, there's a lot of movies from that era that I watched the TV version. The TV version is, like, weirdly cut in ways. Look at all those frames to drop a balloon. Like, freaking the first time I watched an uncut version of the Blues Brothers, I'm like, why did they remove this? This wasn't offensive. Oh, now this part makes a lot more sense. It was such a weird movie for the cuts they did for the TV version here in Brazil. And it's the version I knew. We had it recorded on a VHS tape. I watched it multiple times because of course I did. Freaking one of my favorite movies of all time. Shit. You don't think you've watched RoboCop in decades? Joe left Demolition Man in my brain cancel to you. Tiger Sky Drum. Give yourself a little bit of time. Separate some time in a day and go through the absolute nonsense that is RoboCop with a clear mind. Like, the movie is very deep and it hits really hard. Like, when I was a kid, I only cared about the action and the cool robot. Which is, of course, a disservice to that movie. It's very good. Yeah, and the thing about the violence in that movie is that you can look at it and be, oh, there's something coming after me. You can look at it and go like, oh, this is gratuitous. The violence in that movie is not gratuitous. It's meant to shock you. It's meant to show you how, like, freaking desensitized everything gets about that. Like, because it in a lot of ways is a movie about how cheap human lives can be when you just look at them like numbers or whatever. It's a fascinating movie. I had to go through all of that again because I need to grab that and drop in the middle. Because I don't have the pickaxe. And I don't like doing this because I might run into an enemy and end up dead. Because I can't scroll around looking for enemies. Yeah, that guy is hunting for me. There is one thing that is happening to me as I recover from the shit that I did that I cannot avoid. I'm going to gain a few pounds. I can't avoid it because I can't keep a strict diet while I'm recovering. That would be incredibly unsmart. And then there's some meds that I'm taking that are gonna be... Oh, I can just drop there. That are also, like, inflating in a way. So for now I have accepted I'm gonna put up like 5 to 8 pounds, possibly, and then I'll recover later. But when I do come back on webcam, I might be a little bit thicker. Just as a fair warning. Now my body needs it. I know, which is why I'm not fighting it, I'm just accepting. The more you look up information about RoboCop, I'm starting to believe you never watched it. Only Demolition Man. You know what? I know a lot about Demolition Man. Also because of the video games. I have never actually watched it. But Demolition Man is more of an action comedy, while RoboCop is like this dystopic thriller, depressing, freaking nightmarish. Okay, I have to go all the way up there. And that ladder doesn't work. So I have to get that rope. And that rope I can only get by going there, so I have to do everything again from the left. And I can't see, I might drop dead into an enemy here because they don't show up. See? See? Yeah, this game is a little bit more jacked than 3. Like, it has more features and everything, but I feel like it's slightly worse balanced. I feel like they added the health. Now I realize they added the health to make up for that bullshit. More boxes of banana choco bars. I'm going through those, but they're not enough for me right now. I've been... Chat. I've been eating real bread. I'm sorry. I had bread. I bought my... My wife looked at me, you know, what she bought without asking me. And of course it was fantastic. She bought peanut butter. And I'm like, good lord, woman. I would marry you if I hadn't already. Okay, he can't. Okay, but now about... Okay, I have to wait for this guy. I don't have any health. I don't... Stop. Good job, Mr. Scoper. Yes. And then we still had some dulce de leche, so I just made a dulce de leche and peanut butter sandwich. Food for the soul. That boulder kept looking like some creature to me as well, yes. But yeah. Also, I couldn't, because of the procedure, I couldn't have coffee. I've mentioned this on my coffee break on Sunday. That was like the last coffee I could have for like a couple of days. Now I'm recovering from the coffee, like, what do you call? When you go without drugs, when you start getting withdrawal. Thank you. Yeah, I've worked on my coffee withdrawal, man. It's so good. I don't even have that much. It's like not even a full mug per day. It's like at most 250 milliliters. Which is what I made that Sunday when you guys were watching. It's not even that much, but... So I don't think I'm like actually physically addicted to it. It just makes me feel so good. It doesn't take much. Yeah. But I like... And here's the thing, I talked a lot about this on Sunday. I appreciate the ritual, I appreciate making it. Sharing it with someone, sitting down... It's a hectic day, you have to get back to work, whatever. We have 15 minutes, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna make a coffee, we're gonna talk about our day. I miss that. Coffee is perfect for that. Are there 13 stages in this? I have no idea, Alex Murphy, don't scare me like that. Does the back of the box say anything? Let me pause the timer. Does the back of the box say anything? No, I don't think it says how many levels there are. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Like the previous games had like 60 stages on average. We are on stage 20? If it is 5 stages per world, I think? This game is not as... Like, the other games are pretty obvious how many stages they have. This one isn't. You do get headaches without your tea. You can still drink tea. No, I don't have... Resuming the timer. I don't actually have headaches from lack of coffee or anything. I really don't think I'm at the point where I'm dependent on it. That I actually get withdrawal. I really fucking miss it. It's different. I know that's what an addict says. Like, I can quit anytime. But, I really like coffee, but I don't think I get... Oh, I can't think straight without having my morning coffee. No, some days I'll just not have the time and not have it, and it's fine. It tastes better the next time I have it. I think it's still on the healthy habit status. That one is a mimic. You wish the bugs with the yikes would shrink into an emoji. You wouldn't read that small. I have made so many emotes for Twitch when I had slots. As soon as I shrunk them down, it was like the best idea just thrown away. Not much... Fuck! Not much one can do about that. Like, in reality, not much. Like, it's not like you can complain at Twitch for the limits, like, what can you do? It needs to fit with chat. And anyone on a computer will be using, like, a low resolution. Oh, he looks at the chests if you stay idle here. Interesting. Hello there, we'll see you later. Welcome in, my friend. How are you doing? Are you here to see the handsome drawing? That looks way better than my actual face. So weird when a streamer goes from camera to an avatar. Yeah, I talked about this a lot. It's temporary. Shit. Shit! I blame... We'll see you later. It's temporary for the next week or so. I'm not presentable right now. I'll be back to webcam eventually. You're probably drinking tea in a bottle as a baby. Well, there are worse things to be addicted to. Is it... It's raining fuckers! This game is jacked. I look more real on camera. I would expect that, yes. Like, I'm glad. If you told me that the drawing looks more like reality, I would be worried. And you know what? You get into a bunch of habits when you stream. I keep looking at the camera to talk to you guys, even though you can't see that. The thing about the webcam is that it's not just seeing me, right? It's also seeing my reactions. Some of my best clips is just me making weird faces. Like that pseudo ending on Killer 7, I freaking love that clip. I look so confused. I was. Okay, we didn't lose any health yet, so that's a plus, but we didn't get any weapons either. Man, hitting the doors is so hard sometimes. Holding up to go forward was such an underrated feature in the previous games. And only by playing it and trying to go into doors and letters quickly you can realize how good it actually is. Same as before. What is this? Drawing real people special, especially for that person, is always stressed, even though if you do caricaturely offensive to that person. That is true, and I was prepared to, like, okay, if Tiger Sky Drum is making that, whatever she makes, I'll be happy with it. I'm not gonna... How not to be offensive, right? Because people... And like I said, I told this, was one of the very first things I told Tiger Sky Drum. She has very flattering drawing skills. Like, I don't look this good. I'm just saying. Like, I have a mirror, I know what I'm working with. I don't look this good. So she performed a miracle. I tried to use... You didn't think you did. I could be working with the Animaniacs. Look, the Animaniacs are fun to watch, but they're dicks to be around. I wouldn't want to work with them. No thanks. Makes me look like a soccer coach. Damn kids, give me 5! Or something, I don't know. I haven't been anywhere near coaching 30 years. You see it, yeah. But like, you know what? What is the first thing? Can I bring this up to that guy? Go up! Fall down! No, I told you to fall down! Come back! He is running away. Dick. Tiger Sky Drum, what do you think is the very first thing I looked at when I looked at the drawings? And it is the one thing you did the exact same on every single sketch. And I was amazed by the fact that you made it look way better than I could possibly do. Yeah. Congratulations. You did amazing. Yeah, no, I cropped the original images to get the boobs off. I felt like they were, like, not in good taste. Like, you know, they were fine, but they were, like, way too large. They had, like, 5 frames of animation for bouncing them around. It was kind of strange. But yeah, Tiger Sky Drum, when I said flattering, the hairline goes beyond flattering. The way you drew my hairline is almost like asking my hand in marriage or something. It's just absurd. You dropped! I dropped to avoid that guy and he still dropped on top of me. You know, Tiger Sky Drum, that's a good artist. You pay attention to even the little things I talk about. Yeah, things people are often sensitive about. Being fat, stupid ass hairline, and big nose. Now my nose is whatever. It's bigger than average, but it's not like, oh god, I can't see sideways properly because it's in the way, so it's whatever, it's fine. Being fat, I worked on that. Shit! The hairline, not much one can do there, other than like maybe be born again or something. Can you do that? Well, we've talked about that, right? We had an entire discussion whether you guys would want to... I'm gonna wait for that guy and kill it with a turkey rock. You asshole, I have to waste that because of the stupid... I hate that fox. It's part of my look. Couldn't just do a pompadour or something. I know. You know how you know when I cheat about that when making an avatar in a game that looks like me? Do you really think I ever made one that was fat and bald? Why would I do that? So my avatars always look better, because of course they do. So, but you need to make it look like me, so again, you did amazing. Hair for a man? Yes, Sakura. Hair, being fat, and sometimes the nose. I don't personally care about the nose, but I had a friend that was very sensitive about his nose. Come on, game! This is stupid. I had you hooked my nose more, it didn't work on the cartoony style at all. Of the gray at the sides. Cute gray. That's... I don't mind it, like it's whatever. I find it funny that women seem to like two things that I don't see the point of. One is gray hair on man, and the other is a stubble for the beard. Not clean shaven, like apparently the ideal for most women is a light stubble. I don't get it, in either one. You fuck. You did the stubble. Yeah, I'm clean shaven now. Well, not right now. I can't shave for a little bit. I have to waste this because these guys are too many and they're kind of assholes, and there is a rock to the left and I don't have a hammer, so I don't know what I'm gonna do here to survive. I can't! This version of the game is stupid! I don't like it. How does it have health and it's actually harder? So it does look better than a big clean shaven blob, at least in your case. I like the at least in my case after he just described me. A big clean shaven blob, I mean, you know, for myself, I mean. Not talking about you. Your tiny chest has haunted you your entire life since your teenage years. Cross your arms in any photo you can. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those people that makes those kind of comments. I'm sure you must have heard something like this before. Like, don't worry. Honestly, it can bring your eyes in, like I'm a man, so yeah, sure, it can bring your eyes in. But if you ask me, like, on a list of things that I would look up at in a woman physically, that's not anywhere near the top. Like, for me at least. Personally, I'd much rather look at a cute face than big tits. Like, no question about it. You're going to have plastic surgery. Luckily, your husband young enough, he didn't care. Yeah, I think here's the thing. Some men care. Some men care a lot. You have to ask yourself, and that's a person that different women have to ask themselves because they can't find different answers. For you, is that the kind of man you want to end up with? Because I find most women don't want to end up with a man like that. If that's your case, that's fine and that's valid. I had to go there, but I can see if there's an enemy there. Is this where I want to drop? There's nothing here. Do I want to drop there to go there? No, I need to go there, but that's too risky because there's gonna be an enemy in the way. There wasn't. He's shooting at me. Other women, especially teenagers. Oh, then I really cannot comment on that at all. And it sounds horrible. You can crush self-esteem. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, I realize that I'm talking from a man's perspective and that's not entirely helpful or relevant all the time. So yeah. I get it now. I avoided that. Every once and again you talk to surgeons. Still valid. I have the pickaxe. The pickaxe doesn't help me with any of these. Well, there is a door there. Okay. No, 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 no. I mean, I'm gonna say something that I'm not encouraging or discouraging in any way, shape, or form. But if you ever do decide to go for something like that, let me tell you that one is never too old to feel good about themselves. If you feel like that's important to you, that's entirely valid. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, but you look so good, you don't need it. That can all be true and you are still allowed to feel better about yourself if you want to. Just saying. Not recommending one way or another. You know I don't want to say what I had done, but can I ask, will you look any different when you go back on cam? I look like Nick Cage, yes. I will look different on camera eventually, yes. Honestly, because of all the conversations we're having, the problem is, it would be extremely unfair for me to tell you guys what I did unless Absentia was around, because she was like almost having an aneurysm trying to guess. So if Absentia is around and removes herself from lurking, I will tell you guys, well, what's what. It's fine to be curious, and it's not that big of a deal. It's just... it's fine. I mean, it's perfectly fine to be curious, like, of course it is. You guys give, like, a slight shit about me. It's... oh, finally. Okay. I know there are a few enemies. I don't know if any of them are the fox. Yep. Nicolas Cage is frowning. Not just a slight cheat, at least half a shit. Not a two-flusher, but it's there. Yeah, at least you guys are honest. Gonna get into the S zone. I have 2 more streams of these. Yeah. This game is going on for a while, like, these stages are jacked. What the? I didn't want to drop there, that was free damage. Hello there, Luchero, welcome in, my friend. How's it going? Thank you for the warm welcome. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I can't do anything about it. I don't have space to set up the balloon. Ah. Did you know all German toilets are tested with a standardized plastic test sheet of specific weight and size? I mean, it's Germany. Is anyone surprised? It's going pretty good, I'm glad to hear. It sounds very German, yes. As has not passed the standard shit test! Bring back the standard shit! That's the Scheiße! Or something. Not being offensive, right? I'm actually like. I think that's a good thing to do. Like that sounds like the obvious solution to how to test toilets. Like I'm praising them for their practicality. Being half German, you only half offended. How do I offend the other half? I shit talk lizards or something. I would never. Yeah, I always backtrack from those chests. Same problem again. I couldn't. Nicolas Cage is angry. And it's going right now. Play-Doh would probably work better, or just clay, you're just saying. No, because then you can't reuse it. That's wasteful. German toilets in the weird shit shelf in the bowl so you can examine for health if needed. It's annoying shape to clean versus just a rounded bowl. Yeah, see, yeah, Tiger Sky John has the right idea. Yeah, when we are selecting toilets for our house, we had a strong recommendation to go with like white or light gray ones so you can properly inspect your own shit. Which is like very correct and practical. It still sounds weird to recommend to shoppers. Sir, have you considered how you're going to inspect your own shits later? Well, look no further. We have just the thing for you. Step closer. Don't turn your house into a shit house. Take a standard shit today. Soft plastic. You guess they know what they're doing. They're very good with their shit, yes. They're like professional shitters. If you want to summon the wonky shit demon. Now, I'm gonna make a comment that I cannot resist making, because we're talking about shit. I don't know why that reminds me. Well, I kind of do, but because of the meds I'm on right now, I cannot have alcohol, which is fine. As you guys know, I'm not a drinker. However, This is the worst time there could possibly be for me to not be able to have a drink, because I want to down like 500 beers. Everyone I know is drinking beers. My wife, who is not a heavy drinker, she bought 3 bottles from the market. She argues that one of them she's saving for me later, which might be true, might not be true, I don't know. You guys know why? You guys want to know why over half the Brazilian population has gone drunk? They have sentenced that fucking piece of shit Bolsonaro to 27 years in jail. Our ex-president who tried a coup d'etat. And everyone is drinking heavily. I almost got it like that. Justice, yes. And for also the people that could have still be alive if not for his bullshit during the pandemic, selling medicine from his friends that had no effect, telling that vaccines were not necessary because the medicine he was selling was better. So yeah, he's going to jail for 27 years. Good riddance. Couldn't happen to a worse fella. So yeah, I would drink to that if I could. You're glad for me. Yeah, we everyone here is ecstatic. Like you have no idea. You have no freaking idea. How freaking happy everyone is. Your president recommended bleach. Well, you see, if you put you needed to see my face right now. If you put COVID and bleach into the same recipient, did you know COVID dies? So just inject yourself with it, man. What's the fuss about it? Like, Jesus, solution writes itself. So does AIDS. Yeah, there is this XKCD comic. Fuck. That goes like, every time you see, oh, research shows that this thing kills this virus in a test tube, keep in mind, so does a handgun. Also stops the common cold. Like, okay, but your guy recommended bleach. I want to know if your guy went on a public announcement and literally mocked people with COVID by pretending he couldn't breathe. Want to know if your guy said something along the lines of like, people are dying, and he's like, what do you want me to do? I'm not a gravekeeper. Did your guy do any of those things? Because those sound very awful to me. And there were things that it happened. As hello there, Jinkito. I look a bit different. Wouldn't put it past him. Yeah. Good lord, man. It boils my blood to even remember that shit. Yeah, Jankito, this is temporary. My face is not in working condition. I got a new fancy Nicolas Cage face plastered. And it needs time to heal, so for now I'm using this amazing cartoon character drawn by Tiger Sky Drum. Where am I? Am I? Okay. Currently you're... Yo! See? Corporate bot knows what's up. What is going on here? I need 3 more keys. Okay, there is one there, probably. Are all the foxes dead? This guy is alive. It's coming for me. The Prime Minister trying her best to protect the population got run out of office with death threats. Man. I know I shouldn't still be getting angry over that stuff. None of us should. But it makes me irrationally angry. Or rationally. Maybe it's the right thing to do to be angry, I don't know. I try not to dwell too much on it. Just counting my victories and my blessings here. Man, I had COVID at the end of 2020. I got like 20% of my lungs compromised. It was a fucking close call, man. It was horrendous. And even then, I still wouldn't wish it on those people. They deserve jail or something, but not that kind of COVID. That kind of COVID is just too much. Do I? Okay, I think if I go down, if I go like this. You don't remember you having a good prime minister. We have had good presidents, but it's difficult to realize how good a president is while he's still in office. Hindsight is 20/20 for that. I'm finally gonna be out of this stage. Holy shit. Where is the exit? I think we don't have any more foxes. Yeah, just go up here and then go across. Don't say go, bugs. Can't you see the fucking buzzard, you lame ass? You must have gotten lucky, only felt a little hot for a couple of days. I had a fever for over 10 days. We're finally out of stage 4. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I ran a fever for like 10 or 14 days or something. I almost was hospitalized. The oxygen in my blood was really low, like fucking hell, man. I was, and I'm generally a healthy person, believe it or not. That was, yeah. Eventually, a long time later, my wife got it, and much later, my mom got it. Theirs was a lot milder. I don't know, Alex Murphy. Yeah, thank you for the grats. I don't know how many stages there are. Because it looks like 5 levels per stage, or stages per world, or whatever. So we did 20? And if the other games are anything to go by, we would have 60? But that does feel too much for stages this large. If I had to guess, this is gonna be 8 worlds? So we're halfway done with it? That's my current guess. You have bad health, you manage not to get it. Yeah, like, believe me, I did everything right. I did everything so right that I managed to get it and not pass it along to anyone else. Which was like, if my wife had gotten that version, I don't know if she would have made it. So I count my blessings like that. She didn't get it from me, I didn't pass it along to my mom or my dad. I think none of those 3 would have survived. I was by far the healthiest of all 4 of us. And it still almost took me. That's a positive outlook. I try to like, my mind is not generally positive, but I try to steer it that way. It makes life easier. Politically, things went very badly. Hong Kong this year. Yes, I've heard of all of that. It's very saddening to hear. I think a lot of people have been keeping up with that. You don't think your uncle's ever coming? Shit. Was arrested 13 years ago outside of the criminal code. Administrative penalty, these for moral crimes. Here in a small local newspaper. Yeah. Which is why I try to count my blessings and try to keep up. Like, no, yeah, very, very sorry to hear that. And yeah, it's why we try to focus on those around us who we care about, who care about us, because at the end of the day is what you really have, right? You looked up how many stages there are. And you can tell me, I think it's fine. Like, it's a puzzle platformer, it's not like knowing how many stages there are is gonna make much of a difference. Parents got it too, they were in their 70s at the time, first shit off, even better than you. I'm glad to hear. Thinking there's only 8... 13 stages over 100 levels, what the f- okay. I need a I need a version of this avatar with a face palm right now. That's way too many. These stages are too large. What the fuck? Thank you. I had forgotten I had that alert. You know, the world has its own troubles, so people won't completely forget Hong Kong. Yeah, like, I'm never gonna... something I always say, like, no place is perfect, no country is perfect, every country has its problems. Doesn't mean you should ignore other problems, like... We often focus too much on our own stuff, which is natural, we're only humans. Oh, look, it's Coyote. Could have prevented this Bugs Bunny, just think of more than one word that starts with C. Yeah, stupid Bugs Bunny's carrots. You play Deus Ex often enough to forget Hong Kong. It's the fox. The Coyote is the fox. No, I thought he was going down. He's faster than the fox. To never forget, okay, that makes more sense. This background looks like a brain to me. What is this? What is this? Oh, but they follow you! What the fuck? Go! Stop drawing yourself off! Holy shit, I've been turned into a PNG. Who did this to you? Tiger Sky Drum. Bless her soul. I can't, my face is not presentable right now. The one British idiot, which is why I'm using this while the new Nicolas Cage face heals up on top of my old bone structure. It's temporary. My webcam will be back once it's presentable. And once my webcam is back, doesn't mean I'll be fully recovered. That's gonna take a while, but I can kill the coyotes. Come on. Okay, I think I killed... Can I kill more? No, okay, that's good enough. MRI brain scan wall. Yeah, pretty much. I look at him. Okay, no, that explains because I look at MRIs a lot, even though I'm not a... I don't practice medicine, I work with medical software. You wanna go to the Transformers restaurant in Hong Kong, you worry about the CCP. Is that a joke? I'm uncultured. I'm not cultured enough to understand. I think I need to grab... I think the only way to get there is to do this. Okay. Once the webcam is presentable. Yeah, once the webcam is presentable, I will be back. But the full recovery will take a while, but it's not going to be anything visible. Right now I can't... Right now it's too ugly. Like I said, it's not just a matter of self-preservation. It's... You guys don't want to see the absolute state of affairs that is my face. And adjacent parts of the body. There is this big Transformers restaurant with the Transformers ship looking like it's crashing in the front. Transformers statues, bugs in the shape of Autobot symbols, etc. Alright, I thought it was gonna be some joke. But yeah, no, that sounds pretty rad. I don't have the keys, what am I doing? Ah, it's because all the doors are blue and it's messing me up. John Travolta did this to me, yes. Yes, he begged for me to have his face. He told me, Copert, I want to be on Twitch, but I don't know how to play video games. Please, can you put on my face for me? And I'm like, are you crazy? Why would I do that? And he was like, no, I'll pay you. Oh, right, money. How could I forget? Of course, money. And here we are. What? The bird went down? The bird is going up? What is it with this? What? That's new. Yeah, what Tiger Sky Drum said applies to mostly even the worst places. Be a touristy tourist and we'll be fine. Like, you know, the people that travel to Rio de Janeiro here in Brazil for a vacation. Why would you do that? But if you be a tourist. Don't be like, oh no, I want to see those places only the locals know about. Do you want to die? As long as you go to the touristy places, you'll be fine. They're perfectly safe. They're intended to be safe. And you do touristy activities. And you don't try to get like a deal with a cheap guide. Flower shirts, sunglasses. Yeah. No country is perfect. They all have their problems. You can... Like, there are some countries where they... If you're like Latin American or something and you go in for a vacation as a tourist, they will be like very aggressive towards you. I mean, sometimes you don't even need to be like that far removed. As a Brazilian, you can get hostilized if you go on a vacation to Argentina, for example. Because we take their jobs or something, I don't know. Okay, I think the best thing to do here is to just fall down into the water. But I think I saw a log. No, I'll just fall into the water. No unlicensed taxi. Yeah! You know, some of this stuff should be common sense. I took our jobs. When asked, say you're Canadian. Oh, going to the water still takes a health away from you. Oh, that's good to know. I almost ruined the stage. I do have 2 guns equipped. There we go. Your family and you were actually in the background of a Twitch stream during that visit. Interesting. Permanently closed now. Are there... Yeah, you know what? I thought about a few jokes. I'm not gonna make any of them. I assume the Transformers offended the wrong person. Oh, it's Yosemite Sam. Doesn't look like he's carrying a gun. He is. Alright. That's a concealed... Do you have a concealed carry permit, sir? Avoid London. Interesting. If you come to Brazil, definitely don't go to São Paulo. That's just like a stone jungle. Why would you be there? I would recommend against going to Rio de Janeiro. But most importantly, stick to the touristy stuff. You fucker! He stopped. My Yosemite Sam is flawless now. I had to learn at some point, yes. Thank you guys for teaching me. I still think Yosemite sounds better. But you know, don't argue with English speakers on pronunciation of things. You're all very opinionated. Ah, shit. But I couldn't do anything about it. That's how the president pronounces it. Okay, never mind then. I didn't think it sounded cool. It sounds horrible. You're right. My bad. I'm sure all the best people pronounce it like that. Everyone is saying it like that. I have to get on with the times. Man, I promised myself when I came back to streaming a few years back that I would never ever touch anything political during my streams because that's a disaster waiting to happen. Just can't avoid it. It's such a big part of everyone's lives. How can you ignore, like, everything is affected by politics? Like, basic example that everyone should be keeping up right now. The games we're allowed to buy is currently driven by politics. Because of stupid think of the children movements. As long as it is civil. Yeah, I know, it's difficult to keep civil sometimes because some of that stuff is infuriating. I try to respect everyone and everyone's opinions, of course. I have, in the past, expressed opinions that I have regretted. But honestly, I think that should be, like, everyone. I think one of the worst things you can do, and a lot of people do these days, is just... like, yeah, no, I've made up my mind and I'm not going back on it. Dude, if there are new facts that change your mind, you should absolutely change your opinion. It's not weakness, on the contrary. It means you're growing and learning. I have changed my opinions, like, over the last... what? Last 10 years? 12 years? My political leaning has changed dramatically. Just due to contact with reality. It's amazing what contact with reality can do to someone. And different people with different experiences, because it's something I've talked a lot about. People can have access to the exact same information and come to two very different conclusions because of their life experiences. And I've learned that people are not being dumb or obtuse. They had different lives and I wasn't paying attention to their struggles. Which is something that humans do naturally, unfortunately. So I have learned a lot lately. How do I... Okay, there is that. I can do that. London is a shithole. Avoid inner city. I've heard a lot of shit about London, so I'm not surprised. Your husband has family in England. Is allowed always the north and Scotland. Love to see the remote island, the ones with the sheep. Makes motorcycle races are quite amazing as well. Must be a thrill. Ones with a ship doesn't I mean, Scotland and Ireland sound like fabulous places to visit. Way more than like England and London specifically. There, how do I get there? Where even am I? If I drop there, I run there, and I lose a heart. I can't. Dropping into the water is like a last resort. I'd have to go there, go around, and get there, and holy shit, it's a whole thing. It's the... Oh, fuck. We have to go the entire stage around, chat. Are you guys excited? For tour de force here all over the stage. Possibly walking to enemies before we can react. I think this is correct. Nope, it was the one on the left. How do we get to that one? I have to go here, and here, and here. The attractions they tell you about, there's Marvel Zoo, the Tank Museum, the Royal Armory, Sighting Parts, Malton Leeds. How weird do British people look at you when you unavoidably mispronounce the places that cannot be pronounced correctly on the first attempt because it's just not possible? This is not the last key. Where is the last key? There. We used to have a museum in our town. Canadian company that took over brewing, shut it down. Museums are for nerds, am I right? Most folk chuckle. Well, a sensible chuckle is fine with me. Are you gonna be in the way all the way to the end? Yeah, I'm not risking taking the damage here. Let me be patient, folks. Thames? I think someone told me how to say Thames, and my brain was just refused to store the information. I'm sorry. Thames. No, that's a different word. Thames has an H. Lewis. I think you said that it was pronounced Lewis. The H is silent. Thames. Thames. No, that's wrong. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that it's wrong. Oh, there's the coyote. I kinda want to be that guy, but you're saying it wrong. Thames the brakes. Oh god. Feels like a soccer stream now. It's in London, therefore fuck it. Is that how we go? How it goes? If you want to fuck something, you go to London and everything is fair play. I mean, that sounds like an amazing tourist attraction. Why should the locals fuck with a boulder? We just do not like London. Fair enough. I guess to like London, you have to not have been to London, right? Is that how it works? I'm gonna go over this guy. Here comes the effing F. After me. Hello there, Zofair. Greetings to you, my friend. How are you doing? My new Nicolas Cage face is still healing, so I can't show it on webcam. Also, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to go to webcam, right? I forgot to secure the rights to Nicolas Cage likeness before I took his face. I think he can sue me, right? Shit, I forgot about that. I bet he's gonna charge me a premium for it too. Crap. You're doing great, I'm glad to hear. What? I was looking at chat, how did I take damage? This is your opinion on Paris? Paris is the worst. Surrounding Paris is almost the worst. Approach Paris with extreme caution. I've heard that Paris smells. And it's full of the worst. Like, either people who suck or people who think they're better than everyone else. Usually both. That's what I've heard. I wouldn't go. I'd rather go to London than to Paris. If I had, like, you have to choose one for the Nicolas Cage tour. 4 mongrel languages in a trench coat. That's a very good joke about English, actually. Londoners themselves are 50-50. I think, you know, when I think of people who live in London, I think that there's a lot of people who just, like, they live there, they have to deal with it, I guess. Or they're not happy about it. When I think of people who live in France, I think they enjoy being, like, Parisians. Almost took damage still. Because if it is a shit town, let's assume that both London and Paris are shit towns, okay? There is a big difference if the people who live in the town itself hate it, know it's shit. And I think that's not the case with most Parisians. Could be mistaken, but I get that feeling that Londoners would be self-conscious enough to be, yeah, no, town is shit, mate. All Parisians would be like, at least we'll still have Paris. Paris. Paris, ma chérie de beaucoup. So yeah. I feel like if you complain about London to a Londoner, they would be like, yeah, man, fuck this place. Why did you come here? All Parisians would be, you just, you guys can't see me gesturing right now. You just don't get it. You barbarian. Citroën. I drive a Citroën. What do you drive? Eh, Pepe Le Pew. There you go, that's the argument against Parisians. We had good times in Kiev before the war. Kiev sounded like it would have been a cool place, yes. Either the nicest fork or arrogant pricks, I can't imagine. You worked in France for years and years, visit Lorraine areas frequently, you have no hate for France. Paris is awful. Yeah, no, that does line up with what I would imagine. Yeah, Sakura, that one has been posted on my channel. I freaking love that. That quote is pretty good, yes. Which is why English works as like a lingua franca. It's easy to adapt words from other languages. And the truth is, English-speaking countries don't own English. It's everyone else's now. Every single other country is taking English and fucking it up, and you can just deal with it. You have no authority. Like, it's not like Portuguese. Like, with Portuguese, there are a bunch of countries that speak Portuguese, and they do enact authority on it. Every few years they get together, they set up a set of new rules for things that need to be adjusted or adapted. Everyone agrees with it. We have control over it. English is everyone's, it's no man's land. It's like... Fuck, if I decide that a word exists, and I get enough people in my own country that has nothing to do with English to agree with it. Yep, now it does. Enjoy. So it's not just English taking vocabulary. It's people injecting vocabulary into English against its own will. Which is good, it makes for a very adaptable language. Did you say you much horse in French? Did I? I have no idea what I said. I know merci beaucoup n'est pas de quoi. Croissant, Citroën, Arc de Triomphe. Anything else? Hon hon hon. I know how to laugh in French. Hon hon hon. Hon 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 hon. Bonus dog emoji. That being said, if attractive French lady wanted to jump by bonds, it'll be au viva la révolution. I don't know, man. That depends. Is it a stereotypical French lady? Well, you said attractive. And I know that sounds overly mean to French people, I'm sorry. But the thing is, like, in this, like, there is this, like, recurring joke, I don't know if it exists in other countries, there is this recurring joke that French people, like, they invented the best perfumes because they smell. I don't know if that's true or not, it's just what I heard. I had to go all the way over there. But the thing is, Brazilians have, like, I've mentioned this a few times, we have a thing where we are, on average, the people of the world. I think the second country in the world that takes the most showers on average per day. It was like 1.2, 1.5 showers per day on average for Brazilian people. We are very specific about hygiene habits and showering. So when I had these friends that went to Germany, and they told me that they, like, took the tram or the bus or whatever in the morning, and they could tell people didn't take a shower, and it sounded disgusting. So I think it's not necessarily a French thing. I think that with Brazilians might be just too weird when it comes to showering. Because it's dead of winter here, 5 Celsius, I'm still taking a shower every goddamn day. Because, like, that's what you do. Like, right now, for me, taking a shower because of my recovery, it's extremely exhausting and stressful. And I'm still taking a I didn't mean to press left. And I still take a shower every day because how the fuck could I not? It's 10 Celsius. I have to be extra careful with everything, and I'm still taking a shower every day. It's a cultural thing. I'm not saying it's necessarily right. Just saying that's how it works down here. You shower daily. Good. As one should. Through, burrow, tough, bluff. There's a bunch more like though, through, thorough, tough. And they're all written the same. There as well. I think the largely is rooted from the Napoleonic Wars, where there were 100,000 soldiers on the battlefield. They're all cooking with garlic. Mixed with unwashed people. Why would you cook garlic with unwashed people? That's like the weirdest recipe I've ever heard of. How the fuck do I get there? All the way to the... This game is all about going all the way to the left, then all the way to... Oh wait, there's a shortcut here. Oh, a shortcut to death? If you want to die quickly. Hello there, Abstractism. Welcome in, my friend. How goes the game? I thought it was better than the previous ones. That's not correct. The levels are dumb. And there are way too many. Gives them better flavor. I mean... Yeah, well, you got me there. If you're going to eat the unwashed masses, put some garlic in it. Yes. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, no, that logic is flawless. I have to drop there, go right. Okay, this stages are too large. Stages are too freaking large. I think that's the last key, though. Ursa Major Leak. Is that? Damn it. Oh. Zofair, did you infect Abstractism? I don't get any of that. I'm not invited to your Napoleon retreat from Moscow themed restaurant. Are you gonna serve the washed masses on a plate? Okay, do I just go straight up, left, up, left, up some more? Yeah. Yeah. Very long map, holy shit. Through, moving one side. Borrow, a town. The corporation for which is granted by a road charted. Tough, able to endure hardship or pain. Plow, a prominent formation of 7 stars, the constellation of Ursa Major, the Great Bear, containing the pointers. Oh, Ursa Major. It's, oh. Okay. Okay, that wasn't a Frigidaire. I just wasn't keeping up with the times. Dun, dun, dun. I could shoot this guy. Sure. Get effed. It's cheesy pun. Alright. I've played like 30% of Cyberpunk, then I was playing it on my TV and my receiver died, and then I kind of dropped it. It was running like shit anyway. It's a very different game now. I do want to go back to it, but I got back to No Man's Sky. Now I have to spend another 300 hours on that game before I move on to anything else. A gigantic Tiger Sky drum. No Man's Sky, man, I freaking love that game. It's so good. The story in it, like, it feels like it's nothingness. You play most of it thinking, it's just a bunch of weird mysteries that never get answered. They do. The story, now that I'm doing the second playthrough and I'm seeing the story, knowing, half remembering where things go, man, that game is... That game is like... It's even a little bit sad Some of the story in that game is kind of depressing in a good way, if that makes any sense. It makes you feel things sometimes. And it looks amazing, and the things it lets you do. Now you can build your own ships. And you can, like... You know the good old beam me down, Scotty? You can do that now in No Man's Sky. You can literally get off the seat of your ship, walk to the back, press a button, it drops a teleporter down on the surface. And you beam down. And you do whatever, and then you just beam back up. You finally made it to phase 2? What, you're talking about expedition? I talked about the expeditions. It drops a receiver pad for you. Yeah, it's amazing. Before I restarted I started a new playthrough of No Man's Sky. I decided I want to do all the expeditions first. So I did, while I was recovering, 19 expeditions. I had a lot of fun. Has had an amazing history. Yeah, that game is phenomenal. I'm taking my time, like I know almost everything there is to do in the game. I'm still taking my time on this new playthrough. I'm gonna take hours to pick up a freighter. My current playthrough, I've done like 12 hours or so. I have barely... I haven't even seen a freighter battle yet because I'm still on my first 4 systems. I'm scanning every single animal, just racking up the nanites. Man, that game is so good. I love... That's a game that I don't mind just going around. I'm gonna farm. I'm gonna farm a bunch. Yeah, I could set up farms to do the farming for me, and I will. Of course I will eventually. Right now, I just grab my miner laser and I just go to town and relax. Watch the numbers go up. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to a planet that has salvageable scrap. And I'm gonna spend the next half hour finding parts to build my Corvette. I got a a docking bay that you're inside your ship and it stands downwards like an elevator. Instead of opening a door, it slides down from the ship. I don't know how to explain it without gesturing. And you can fish from your ship. Like, just open the back door. Get off your seat, open the back door, cast a fishing line. And then you can install a kitchen in your ship and cook your fish inside your ship. And deal with the smell. Man, like, how does that game have so much shit? And like, all the systems are like slightly connected just enough. Like, it's not, oh, they're so connected, things cannot exist, you are forced to do fishing. No, if you want to ignore a system, most systems you can. But if you do make use of the little connections the systems have, it can be very satisfying. Because there is so much that needs for that game to work, there are some things that cannot work properly. Like, someone asked the other day if they had fixed trading. You don't know there was that kind of landing bay? There is! It extends downwards from the ship. You can literally spacewalk around your ship now. I saw a video of a guy leaving his ship and going bareback into a black hole. And I'm like, shit, you can do that now? Wishing they had made trading more detailed. They can't do trading too good in that game, unfortunately. They would have to sacrifice a lot of what makes the game work for trading to work. That's like a game design limitation. The only kind of trading that kind of works in that game. One is manufacturing things. You can still manufacture things and like build up and eventually get to items that are very expensive. And the other kind of trading that kind of works is smuggling. Because you cannot, because pirate systems are disconnected from the teleporter network. So you cannot just teleport. I have to waste this shit. So because they're not on the same teleporter network, you can't just buy shit, teleport and sell. You do have to buy the smuggled goods on a pirate system, and you have to move to a regular system, and you might get scanned and have to deal with a fight if they detect the smuggled goods. So that's the best kind of trading. You know, fixing the refiner issue. Yeah, no, there are many space trade games, and No Man's Sky is not one of those. That's the one thing the game doesn't do well. Like, and it can't because of how everything works. The refiners still have issues. Basically, if this refiner had stuff in it and it disappears, you don't touch it, eventually it comes back. They have never fully managed to fix that bug. They have given it like 100 fixes. It's still not fully fixed. I can tell you that because I had it happen a few hours ago on a refiner on my Corvette. I stuck like 5,000 mold in it. I forgot the full name of the thing. The things that refine into nanites, because on my third system I found a runaway mold farm. No, I didn't find the farm, I found the spot and I built a farm around it. Because you do that when you find one of those. Except for when the wet dog just rolled in cat poo and is on fire, the rare days with unique what? I feel like I missed a lot of context on that conversation. But I'm amazed at where it landed. Like, you don't have to understand how a conversation got to where it did to appreciate it. I like at least how the worlds are slightly themed. These have the waterfalls and none of them have the pickaxe or hammer. So the puzzles are designed differently. I need 2 more keys. I don't have any weapons. Hang on. I'm gonna need to do... Ah, shit, okay. Okay, that's not optional. This is the only way to do this. Ah, but that's for the exit. I didn't have to do it yet. It happens, cat. Your poor old dog has gotten so smelly these days, not her fault. She's all has a systemic issue. However, this dog has expensive moldy cheese and is very strong. Holy. Dogs do have that issue sometimes when they get old, yes. I thought for 1 second you were going to do that joke from Monty Python. The old classic, my dog has no nose. How does it smell? Terrible. Expensive moldy cheese. Now that I'm off my diet while I recover, I've had so much cheese with dulce de leche. Holy shit, man. It's gonna be a challenge to lose this weight later, but it's not my fault. I have to recover. I am forced to eat. All right, it's not my choice. Cheese and caramel, no, dulce de leche. which is not exactly caramel. It's much better. I'm interested, it's very good. Oh, but yeah.
Here we go, pal. I hope
This is
it's
the
the right
last
apartment,
key.
Michael.
No, what carrot? Fuck the carrots. So do I.
Good grief.
I was distracted. I'm so sorry. I'm very distracted. There's our 5 pounds. Hang on, I haven't streamed for like almost a week. Zofair, thank you so much for the gift sub to Abstractism, my friend. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for the nice plus 55 gift subs so far in my channel. Really appreciate all that support. I had no work good. Abstractism, enjoy the ad previewing and the emotes. And Zofair, thank you once again, my friend. Now you want cheese. Yeah, it's funny because they buy the cheese here, both my wife and back then when it was my mom. And then it starts to dry off the outside and it gets a bit crusty. And they're like, ew, ew, I have to cut this off. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? And I just eat the crust of the cheese. It's amazing. They just want the soft insides. Weaklings. I'll show them how to eat cheese. No cheese lasts that long in these parts. Good. Good. I've been having bread again, man. Okay, I can't... Oh, it's not this one. Okay. I had bread by itself. I don't need it with anything else. Just bread with nothing. It's the best thing ever, man. Right, there's the exit, and this is the only way to get to it. It's risky, I don't like it. This timed stuff doesn't quite belong enough as a platformer to me. Caramelized condensed milk, you think? You can make, like, I don't know what they put in it exactly. But dulce de leche, you can make homemade one by getting a can of condensed milk and put it in a pressure cooker for however long. But it has to be a can. And it's rarely sold in cans nowadays down here. The thing is, there is good dulce de leche and there is bad dulce de leche, of course. Where I live is home to the best in the country. And that's not me being exaggerated. Like, this guy did a blind test. He has like a restaurant and he does a... Are you running to the balloon, please, sir? He runs a restaurant and he likes doing blind tests and posting the results online. He brings like clients and co-workers and stuff, and he buys like 20 different brands of whatever. And he bought like 15 different brands of dulce de leche from here in Brazil and did a double blind test with a group. And he was going through the rankings, and when he got to this one they make down here, it's called mumu. As in the sound a cow makes, I'm not kidding. It's traditional, it's very old. When he got to that one, he literally wrote down, and I quote, "My friends, God exists, and he created mumu." And he ranked it the best of all the 15 ones they tested from my country. And honestly, I agree with him because I had some lousy dulce de leches before. You got to try Windows 11 for the first time? I'd rather have dulce de leche, thank you. Before life exploded this week, your husband and you had a date night and you went for fondue? I haven't had fondue in decades. I was thinking about it these days. It was very delicious. Asking what he wanted to do, so he just watch a movie, go play golf, go for a swim and something. He wanted to play Age of Empires 2. You played Chinese, he played Franks. You kicked butt. You know, that's so fucking cute, it hurts. Congratulations, that was an amazing day. What fondue did you have? I know of 3 different fondues. The one with cheese, the one with chocolate, and the one with meat. And I don't know which one I would want to have, if given the choice. Is Windows 11 related to life exploding? A lot of the time, yes. Microsoft wouldn't want you to know that, but yes, life does explode around Windows 11 sometimes. Windows 11 updated over here this week, and then it went like, you want, do you... Hello there, do you want AI? Do you want AI here? Do you want AI there? Do you want AI everywhere? Do you want AI on your calculator so we can guess what calculation you want? Dude, fuck off, man. You grab that Copilot and you Copilot up your ass, man. Fuck off. First time using Windows since Windows 7. Man, my Linux installation must be so outdated right now. I haven't been to it in literal months. Is there anything down here I'm missing? There is. I should probably do that. It's gonna be quicker, I think. If I go here first, that is... Oh, wait. There's a lot of shit here. Hang on. Linux is pretty freaking cool. It is. I just hate how it stops working randomly. The other day I'm like, it looks like my fans are not spinning. And then I discover they messed with some kernel drivers and I have to blacklist the thing and I'm fucked. My plans brought to ruin by Coyote. The front fell off. I love that bit. Well, the front is not supposed to fall off for once. But what kind of measures have you applied? Well, making sure the front doesn't fall off anymore. It's not supposed to happen, obviously. That guy's coming. I'm technically minded. How long can you get by without upgrading to the next Windows if I have a decent third-party antivirus? The only antivirus you need is yourself. No third-party antivirus is... Like, honestly, like... I'm gonna give an opinion that maybe someone might disagree. I think that at this point in time, third-party antiviruses are snake oil. You have Windows Defender. If Windows Defender doesn't catch it, the likelihood that a third-party antivirus is gonna catch it is too low to make it matter, in my humble opinion. As for using Windows for that long of a period, you're gonna be fine for a few more years, because Microsoft will keep updating like the most absolutely egregious stuff for Windows 10. Like when I say the most egregious stuff, I'm talking about here's a thing that absolutely makes your computer completely vulnerable no matter what you do. They will still fix that for a few years, no matter what they say. They've done that with previous Windows. But for a few years, and you do need to be mindful of what you download and run. But that's always true, especially with Windows. You could just update to Windows 11. You can update to Windows 11 even if Microsoft says you can't. And for friends and family, that's what I would do. I would just force Windows 11 on their computers. Seems good, but does have a bunch of false positives. Yeah, you know, you can, if you want to get familiar with Linux, you can install a virtual machine, you can dual boot, you can get an old laptop, and see, like, you know, you are going to feel frustrated at first. Like, no matter what people tell you, you will feel frustrated first. Like, go in with an open mind, be willing to be frustrated for a little bit. The payoff kind of is worth it. Alright, but you have to accept that it's learning. You'll have to learn, and learning can be very frustrating. Why is it different? Well, because sometimes things are different. They don't need a good reason. Usually Linux has a good reason. Unlike macOS, where they do things differently just because they're shit nuggets. Whatever you do with Linux, if anyone disagrees in chat, like, feel free to disagree. We can have this argument, but I think in general, if you're trying to learn Linux for the love of God and all that is holy, do not get GNOME. There are a bunch of window managers in Linux, like GNOME, KDX, FCE, and some others that I'm not familiar with. Whatever you do, don't go for GNOME. Not in 100 years. That thing is unusable. It's garbage. It's like, it's meant to be opinionated, right? We do things this way. Get used to our way. And all of their decisions are shit and dumb and make no sense. And they are holier than thou. And if you say, oh, but this thing, no other operating system or window manager does things this way, they're gonna be like, fuck you. You're dumb, and all the other operating systems are dumb. And just because everyone else does it that way doesn't mean there is any reason. We are the only ones who are correct. Man, fuck GNOME, fuck the GNOME devs. I mean, no, don't fuck them. They're contributing to open source. That bad-mouthing the devs was in bad taste. I apologize. You don't do that. I just strongly disagree with everything they do. So, yes, avoid Arch. The problem with Arch is that it's a highly technical distribution. Like, Arch itself, like, only crazed people use. Arch-based distros, they can be good, but if you're not familiar, I would recommend to stay away from them. In all honesty, the one British idiot recommended Mint. Use Mint. Mint is the best option for a starter, like, hands down. It's not the one I use, but then I'm not a starter. I think Mint is the most accessible one. And avoid Ubuntu. Ubuntu has been shit for a long time. Forgot to do the transition. Oh yes, it's actually GNU Linux. You'll be free, hackers. You'll be free. Join us now and share this software. You have to learn the song. All the way over there. Shit. You have to learn the Richard Stallman song. For good luck. Oh, but like 2 people you know who use Arch are divorced or single. Yeah, it does require that kind of time, yes. The thing about Arch is that you can use it. And it can be fun. If you want to have fun setting everything from scratch and managing literally everything, it can be fun. And if what you want is to grab an old laptop and have fun with hacking, that's fine. If you actually want to use your computer, you shouldn't be using Arch. And I know some other enthusiasts might disagree, but Arch is amazing. for everything except actually using your computer. And I mean that in the best way possible. We are moving on to World 6. Wait, the Crazy Castle is right there! Oh, maybe you go inside and there's a bunch of mini substages. Arch was actually pretty fast. You get Mint is gonna be as fast as Arch. Like, the only way Linux distro is not fast is if it is bloated. You've missed being here. I've missed being here too. Like, I'm tired, I can only sleep sitting up, I can't lie back. I barely nap a few hours every now and again, but I still want to be here because it's too much fun to be here. Talking to you guys. What else did I miss in chat while I was focused? You're an OG Mac gamer, then went PC gamer, then went Linux Proton gamer. I've played a bunch of games on Linux. My Linux partition is not large enough for me to do enough testing. In some games, like right now I'm playing No Man's Sky. That game it has a big problem with key bindings. I'm left-handed. The key bindings are not saved on the cloud. And it takes me like 2 hours to set them up, so I don't want to test it on a different system. I don't have enough space on my Linux partition anyway. But the few games I did test on Linux were fine. Steam is fantastic. Poor sore brother Cooper. It's fine, it's for a good cause. The fuck did I do to myself? I have unplugged my webcam. I'm itching to tell you guys what I did. I probably will before the week is over. Maybe. Oh, it's Loghorn? Foghorn. New music, new tile set, this looks good. I rather run in with the thing, yes. You went full Linux using no Windows anymore. How do you look outside? You have a guess that may involve certain conversations we discussed earlier. I mean, I'm pretty sure at least 3 people know what it is, and it is actually something that I have brought up a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure someone had guessed it sideways before. It's just that right now it feels unfair to tell what it is without Absentia being around because she was having an aneurysm trying to guess. You had white in the palette, why is that mountaintop green? Because, you know, you should see my face right now. You know what? Fuck it, I'm not defending them. You're right, they're dumb. There we go. No breaking silence on it. Like, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I don't have any weapons, so there was nothing I could have done there. You hit No Man's Sky, man. I did all the expeditions. There are 19 of them. A short one takes 3 hours. I thought I was gonna be like annoyed with it by the end. And no, I did all of them and I almost wanted that for there to be more. Hello there, Sinistubborn. This is a bit fucked. Even brown will look better, like the old volcanoes and things in tropical areas. That for... You guys stop making fun of the mountain, okay? It's balding. It happens at a certain age with male mountains. How is Brazil? What time is it here? It's 1:25 in the morning. And it's fine, most Brazilians are celebrating the prison of a certain criminal. My wife went to bed very drunk. And I support that. I wish I could be drinking. Gonna make a cool Millennium Falcon kind of ship. Yeah, I'm still farming parts, and it's not just farming parts, you need the tech slot inventory space. And I just started. I don't have enough space for a fancy build. So right now my build is functional. This is fucked! It is back! He's coming back! One went down, the other went up. This is... Chat, does this seem unreasonable to anyone else? It seems very unreasonable to me. Like, what the fuck? You heard about the imprisonment on my wife? Yeah, 27 years, I think. Good lord, get fucked. Evil, ugly young man. Not young, he's old and fucked. And, like... Seriously, like, we had drinks in the house because we keep it, we don't drink it, and we still had to go out and buy more. And I can't drink right now because of meds. So that's all for my wife for now. Foghorn and horn fog. Foghorn texting. Like, this is way too jacked.
Thank you.
Nectarine, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Really appreciate it. Welcome everyone from Nectarine's channel. I'm Cooper, currently recovering from a thing, which is why I don't have a webcam. I stream from Sundays to Fridays, but my schedule is a bit jacked right now. But we're still working through the Looney Tunes Retrospective, game number 65. It's not as good as I thought it was. The levels are kind of jacked. Now come in, my friend, are you still trading rogues? No, Quake 2, I freaking love Quake 2. Not as much as Quake 1, but that game is amazing. Did you have a good stream? Hope you had fun. The coup d'etat wanker, yeah, that one. He is going to be thrown in jail, fucking finally, you... Can I... Don't turn around, thank you. Coup d'etat. Yeah, tit for tat. Wonderful typo. Let me drama. Those go down at the Poundland. Finish Rogue Trader last stream, now you're playing Jupiter Hell Classic and Quake 2. Nice. I'm glad to hear that you finished that game without any more run-ins with the weird parasites that I don't remember the name of. Go up! Playing Call of the Void mod that ties Quake 1 and 2 together. Yeah, because Quake has two separate continuities. They're not supposed to be tied together, like officially. They have the original storyline, which has Quake mission packs, Quake 64, Dimensions of the Past and Dimensions of the Machine. And then they have the Quake 2 storyline, which is Quake 2, the mission packs, Quake 4, which is actually very good. Then Quake 2 Call of the Machine. And Quake 3 is its own thing. I just mentioned all of that because I have notes up. Tat for cheap, mildly useful at best. Junk is one of your favorite UK terms. I only know tat as in tit for tat. I didn't know it had a meaning by its own. Your laptop wouldn't be able to run it. Ah man, there's nothing that annoys me more than your computer not being able to run a game that you want to play. There was never a proper sequel to Quake 1. Proper sequel, no. It's that whole Lovecraftian stuff was only for the mission packs and the other extra campaigns. Not going to torture yourself with quick 264 maps. Some maps are brutal with the jumping. Continuity's flowchart. But those were re-released as part of the Steam re-releases, right? Doesn't they work better with the remakes? Did you guys see that fucking Borderlands bullshittery? The stage is jacked. I mean, everyone knew Borderlands 4 was gonna be a fucking disaster, but holy shit, people are running 5090s and the thing barely hits 40 frames per second. Fuck Randy Pitchfork, whatever his name is. No way to fix it. Yeah, that guy's an asshole, like, so... It's pretty unoptimized. The Unreal Engine strikes again. The thing is, we've had this conversation before. I've never... I can only kill one guy, shit. I never trusted Unreal Engine. It did have a good spot here and there, but I remember it running like shit when I was younger. Then it got better, and my computer caught up, I guess. Now it's shit again. It's always been shit. It's only behaved properly for a few years, I guess. Randy Pitchfork. What is his name, Jenkito? I don't remember the actual name. I always think of him as Randy Pitchfork. I'm sure he has a proper human name. Free Duke Nukem from Randy. Bitch Ford. It's becoming normal, yeah, just throw some DLSS in and call it a day. Like, frame generation everywhere, woo! Who needs real frames? It tastes just like the real thing. Who was the guy who hid nudes, 3D model nudes of Elliot Page in that one game? I remember there being a story about that. Unreal Engine wasn't built for open world games. Yeah, no, why didn't they make it with Unity? It would probably run better. David Cage might be. Quantico Dream Beyond Two Souls, yeah. Those games, they hit because they did the motion capture and the modeling, but the person was supposed to not be shown naked ever, but they still kept it hidden in the code and the files, and that was... Like, what's the point? Just to be creepy and a piece of shit at that point. Quantic Dream. Yeah, I got it still. Here comes Foghorn Leghorn again. It's like 500 of them. I can kill this one. I'm gonna do that before it becomes a problem. Although I don't think he goes up or downstairs. No, that's a mimic! Shit. Had a scrapbook filled with pictures of the actor. I rolled my eyes at that. Photorealism is a bane on your existence. I don't mind it, but it's usually not well used. They were talking about photorealism with that cancelled game, Concord, where they had like these quote-unquote janky fun designs, but they went for photorealism with the actual characters. So the end result is that it looks like a bunch of people in weird shitty costumes. And I never realized that was true about that game. This is the last key. is hamstrung creativity in video games. You are correct with that. Some games I'm fine with photorealism. You know which games I'm fine with photorealism? The ones that don't involve people and characters. You know where photorealism is amazing in simulators? Like in flight simulators, in racing games, then yeah. You have space for games like Mario Kart or arcade racing games and arcade like that Outrun lookalike game from Brazil that I forgot the name of right now. And you have space for the photorealism ones and it works great. When you start adding people there, yeah, it's not helping most of the time. It's hampering creativity a lot of the time. Some games do it fine. Usually the ones that don't focus on it too much. David Cage is in fact a French stereotype. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta was butchered by photorealism. Yeah, like in some games, like they had it in Death Stranding, but the game is mostly a walking simulator, so yeah, it all fits together, it's fine. But when you want to have like fun characters that you interact with constantly, then no. Is hamstrung the proper term? I think it is. Those designs look so wrong. I thought it was butchered by Unreal Engine 5. That's the thing, Unreal Engine has... They kind of escaped the Unreal Engine look a little bit, but it used to look like so shit during the time. But every game looked the same, like... All the characters were like these glossy, muscular nuggets with legs. All the UE plastic. Yeah, the plastic. There you go. Shit. Photorealism makes everything look the damn same. Right, it removes character. Kind of goes to my point. It has its place, it's overused, which makes a lot of things less interesting than it could be. I haven't actually played Death Stranding. I do want, because I think I'm gonna love the game. Isn't it a walking simulator? I didn't say that as a bad thing. Walking simulators are fun. Stanley Parable is a walking mindfuck simulator, and that game is amazing. I'm pretty sure... I played that game so long ago, and I know that if I start it, I'll get that achievement, but I keep thinking, what if I did my math wrong? Let me give it another few years. It didn't want to go inside. I'm wasting the thing! Okay, I killed one. I killed two. I killed three. Good. Okay, I didn't waste it. That was amazing. Tickled you because 95% literal walking. I'm okay with that. Some of the best games that I've played are that, just walk and... Usually a good game will have you walk around a lot, and as soon as it starts to get boring, okay, now you don't have to walk anymore. Like, it's such a simple thing that a lot of games do, like you walk tediously for a while, then you unlock fast travel to that place. So you only have to walk to new places. That's simple and efficient most of the time. Hideki Kojimbo didn't think outside the box. Speaking of walking simulators, wonder if you waste money pre-ordering Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 by the Chinese room. Isn't that the game where they made two major main clans DLC? I wouldn't touch that just because of that. That's like the dumbest thing. Oh wait, I can't... Can I? Is this... Oh, this is a climbable one. Okay, but that's the exit. I don't want to go. Oh, but there are two doors there. I keep changing my mind. It's a huge disappointment. I mean... I wasn't disappointed because I didn't expect anything good out of it. I'm sorry to say that. I freaking love those classic vampire games, including the one with Christoph that people like to shit on. I like that game actually. The one made with the Source engine, You have to go the other way. Okay, did I deal with everything back here? I did. So I have to kill Yosemite Sam because I can't climb over this. Okay. Just don't take damage from that bird. The one, the Crest of 2 multiplayer. Yeah, I remember it did have multiplayer. I have to take damage from this guy. Oh no, I don't. The correct way is to wait up here, okay. I played one VR game where it was just exploring a cave, walking around, to spray glowing dots around which would stick to the walls and stuff because I had no torch. Good wall. I mean, a lot of VR games are just walking around, but you know, they can be very clever with how they do that. I played this one. I haven't played horror games in general. I played this one VR game. Hang on. I played this one VR game where you were exploring like a dark room with a flashlight and you had to like pull the shelves, like pull the drawers open and shove a light outside the things while looking. And then you heard this noise coming from behind you. And you had to turn off the lights, your flashlight, and you couldn't move, you had to stand still in the dark with something breathing down your neck and wait, and you hear its footsteps and you have to wait for it to walk away. That was nerve-wracking. It was like, kudos to the devs, I don't remember the name of the game. No, it wasn't Doom 3, it was a new VR thing, specifically exclusive for VR. It was a mod that lets you play all the World of Darkness characters in Redemption. Interesting. Scanner Somber. No. No. Wasn't that. It was like regular places. Buildings, it wasn't like esoteric. Oh, the one you were talking about, okay. Unfortunately, I'm probably never playing a VR game again. I don't think VR is going anywhere. I know people like to, hey, just an naysayer, wait until this or that. But honestly, I don't see VR going anywhere. Like, for VR to go anywhere, it would have to be a lot cheaper. And it would have to be as simple and comfortable as wearing ski goggles. And not have all the issues with, you know, lousy screens and low resolutions and performance issues and whatnot. Like, I'm not being a hater or anything. Just that as it is, it's not enjoyable. Like, you have to do all this setup and then you are uncomfortable. And then I find myself, yeah, I wish I could play this on a big ass TV instead. Oh wait, I can. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Are ski goggles easy? I say ski goggles because I think you obviously you can't do VR goggles any smaller or more lightweight than that because you have to cover the entire field of view. Yeah, my point is comfort. It's very different. It's not gonna be the way. It's a different experience. It is. Like, with all respect to people that make that kind of argument, when people say that, oh, flat screen gaming is dead, once you go to VR, you never want to... No, man, that's not how it works. It's a different experience. There might be a place for it, but right now I think it's too niche because of price and comfort. Until those two are fixed. And the thing is, like, these things they operate as fads. I'm not saying it is a fad, but it operates like a fad. It has this momentum going up. And if it falls short, it doesn't go fast enough, it dies out and then people start selling their stuff or naysaying, and then the people who are on the fence start giving up, so the thing kind of dies before it takes off. What, Zofair? Niche rather than a fad. Yeah, I didn't say it was a fad, I say it kind of behaves like a fad. In the sense that it needs to get momentum to keep going past being a fad. In each case, niche. But yeah. Federal agent. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I can kill this guy. How to flat screen. Yeah, I've seen more than once people making the argument that, yeah, no, flat screen gaming, yeah, it's like, would you play, it's like playing on a tiny black and white screen. I can never go back to that. Man, get over yourself. And I've tried a lot of shit on VR. Like, I had a HTC Vive for work. I spent like 2 months fiddling with it outside of work, trying to have fun, because I do have a truckload of VR games on Steam, because of course I do. And I did have a few fun games in there, but in the end it just went back into the box. It would come out when needed for dev. And that's it, like, I couldn't be bothered. Like, the only price I had to use it was literally take it out of the box. The stations were already set up and everything. All I had to do is take it out of the box, put it on your face, you're off to the races. And even that was too much effort for VR. For me. Alright, Necrorain, thank you once again for the raid. Have a good sleep, my friend. Can you, Necrorain, can you go lie in a bed for me? I can't do that right now. I really miss it. Go give a bed its business for me. Would you? Thank you. I'm gonna need a hammer for that. Yeah, you can't clear the left area without the hammer. I have to come back here later. Unless you want to set up here in your backyard, look more like an idiot than normal. You know, people talk about that looking like an idiot thing. I don't particularly mind it. Like, it's whatever. People have been looking at me like I'm some weird fuck for playing video games instead of whatever they think is normal, so I don't particularly care about that. It was just being uncomfortable. Like, the best experience I had with VR in general was No Man's Sky. Because I worked through the motion sickness of moving without having to move, so I could play the game sitting down. So, you know, it felt more like gaming to me. You sit down, you look around, you turn, you move. It took me like a half an hour before my stomach came back to its normal place. But in the end, I'd still rather play with like a normal person, I guess. It Could be just because I'm old. I don't know, I don't quite see the point. Mystic Theory, did I have surgery? Hello, oh yo, Fate. Yes, welcome in. Yes, Mystic Theory, I kind of did have surgery, yes. Nothing serious, I assure you, but recovery. And my face looks like shit. More, it already did. So it's all the same then, yeah. It's my way of saying that my face is still fine. Boob job. Shit. I told you not to tell everyone else. Star Wars Squadron VR was amazing, the game's a bit lacking. Alex was phenomenal. Highlight is a little dangerous. If I ever got a VR headset, I would probably go back to No Man's Sky with it. Try again, see if it sticks. And Gran Turismo 7. You can get immersed in games easily. I'm not saying there aren't advantages to VR, but I keep taking damage from shit I have no control over. I got boobs installed on my forehead. You know, now that you mention it, the doctor did say it was a weird place, but the doctor never mentioned where else I could have my boobs installed. He just looked at me weird. I mean, if you have any suggestions... Well, now it's a bit late. It seemed like a sensible place, because then if people can look at my boobs and I don't have to be like, my eyes are up here. Like, yeah, they're right there, like under the boobs. Oh, it's way too close. Hey, good fun in VR chat. You know what I had a lot of fun in? I think the most fun I've had in VR was Rec Room, which is just a bunch of mini games, multiplayer mini games. It was so enjoyable, so fun, clean, fun. Like, there was this one, I don't know what's called in English, where you were given a word and you have to draw it, and then people try to guess it. And you draw it in 3D on top of a stage. It was... I had so much fun with that. Rec Room is fantastic, yes. It's simple, clean, enjoyable. It also has dodgeball, but I wouldn't recommend it. Delicious Coffee, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcome everyone from Delicious Coffee's channel. I'm Coopert, currently with no webcam while I recover from a thing. And I stream usually from Sundays to Fridays, although my schedule has been spotty while I recover. We're still doing the Looney Tunes retrospective on Game 65 out of 103. Quite a project. I'm coming up on 4 months of this. Hopefully I can finish it before December. But yeah. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. What were you doing? GoldenEye. Nice. The Nintendo 64 version. Original hardware plus the RetroTink. Nice. I have those as well. I have a Japanese copy of GoldenEye for some reason. I still don't know why. But welcome, my friend. How was your stream? I hope you had fun. Welcome in, Raiders. This is how he actually looks. Shit. He keeps spoiling all my secrets to people. Like, would you stop? I am not 2D. I swear I have a third dimension, and some people say it's quite nice. I am having a good stream, yes. I want to go down. Shit, I should be able to go down here, yes. I've missed doing streams. Last stream I did was on Sunday. Almost an entire week, and I missed doing this. I'm very tired. I haven't been able to sleep properly. and I'm taking meds and stuff. But still, I'm glad to be here. And I say that I stream from Sundays to... Oh, we're going to the actual... Yeah, it is the last stage. So it's going to be broken down into smaller stages. Right, because we only did 30 levels. Unless... It's one of those games where you beat it. And I actually like that. It's one of those games where you beat it and here's an additional 100 levels if you want to keep going. Right, I like it because it gives enough content for people who want, like, this is the only game I have back in the day for the Game Boy, that's fine. And it lets you be satisfied. No, I beat the game, there's extra stages, I'm not gonna bother. Good stream, kinda forgot how to play for a bit, so I got used to the controls again. Ah yes, the controls on that game, I was trying to play it with a friend like a month ago. For multiplayer, it takes some getting used to, yes. Sorry to hear get some relief soon. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. I'm doing better than I expected. And I should be back to normal in about a week. For now, I'll just have to endure, it's fine. I'm fine, I'm doing fine. I can have coffee again, I just can't have alcohol. Speaking of wizard, you need to head to bed. Alright, head to bed. Enjoy your wizard. We're halfway there. Finally beat the tutorial stage, is now the actual crazy. You know what? It could be, yes. All of this just to get to the actual crazy castle. You're 5 hours away from being up for 25 hours. Over the last 3-4 days, I must have slept like 4 hours a day cumulative because I have to sleep sitting and I'm not too good at that. You need to raid and run. No, that's fine, of course. Post-stream care, take your rest. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. And yeah, enjoy your rest. You played a bit later than you realized. Sometimes we do that, yes. Oh, that's a coffee. Oh, delicious coffee. I had last stream on Sunday. I actually made coffee on stream. I thought all my fancy techniques, had an extra camera and everything, showing all my equipment. It was a lot of fun. If you're actually interested in coffee, if it's not just your name, you can check either my VODs on Twitch or YouTube. If you're curious about that. It's like 30 minutes of me going over it. It was a lot of fun to me. Yeah, there is. If you check here. Good night, Zofera. Thanks for stopping by. If you click that link... Yeah, coffee break 4 days ago. It's right there. It was a lot of fun. Bugs could just not go inside, who could walk away with this here. Like, yeah, at this point he should realize it's not Carrot Castle. It's pretty obvious, right? It's not Carrot Castle. No, it still has... I mean, he could go in, see, you know, I can't see any carrots, and then leave, right? You do one stage. Make a bottling coffee. Specifically for that one, I could, sure. I might do that again some other time. It was fun. The only problem with doing that is all the setup. It takes me like 30 minutes to haul everything up and set up the camera and everything. I don't have a second camera. I capture that using an old phone. You have to be like, you have to make good use of the stuff that you have. Why spend money on a webcam when you can grab this old ass phone that has been gathering dust and just plug it over a USB? Use SCR-CPY and stream the camera from that. Alright, delicious coffee. Thank you, I intend to. Have a good sleep, my friend, and Zofia as well. Now he's arrived! The castle looms in front of Bugs. Good art, I guess. Yep. Oh, that's okay. Bugs see the sign Crazy Castle. Oh, alright, I'm gonna turn around and leave. Right, this... We just argued about this. It literally says Crazy Castle, it's not Carrot. Please go away, what are you doing? How does he react? Is he gonna say, ah, you're not tricking me, Doc. I know it's carrots. You can't fool me. Is that what he's gonna do? Bug says, who's the nincompoop who made this? This is obviously Carrot Castle, not Crazy Castle. You know, Bugs, you go back to your corner. Bad rabbit. Crazy Castlevania. You know, a puzzle platformer themed after Castlevania could be cool. Bugs is an idiot. I mean, on the one hand, he deserves everything that comes to him. Fucking stinker of a rabbit. On the other hand, it's me taking the damage here, so... Either way, I lose. Not realizing his mistake, Bugs believes that it's Carrot Castle. They literally have a sign to correct him. Nope, he's still going like a moron. Feeling sure of himself, Bugs enters Crazy Castle. Yep, here's the actual game. The castle is bigger on the inside. The Nile isn't just a river in Egypt. Yeah, there is an actor, right? Robert De Niro. Yeah, no, sorry. Well, this art is pretty good. Well, I do appreciate the fact that they have very different tile sets for every stage. And music. There is a lot of content, like... I just wish the levels were not this large. There's Daffy Duck again. Can I kill Daffy Duck? Correct. Can I kill the dog? Correct. That's about it, probably. I can't get anyone else. Oh, Pepe Le Pew is back. Okay, they're reusing characters, but honestly, considering how many levels they have, like, that would be unavoidable. Alright, or rather they reuse characters, but have the variety in tile sets that they're having here. What is that? Plants. Oh, it's just scenery, okay. I was a bit worried with it for a moment. And again, the structure of the stages are different for each themed set. Like, it's not just the tile set that changes, it's the overall structure as well. Can I kill anyone with this? I can, I killed one Daffy Duck, get wrecked. Yeah, going into doors and stairs is harder in this version. No, I still had it. That's bullshit. I ran into it on purpose. It. Pepe is an it. No, not apologizing. I'm objectifying Pepe Le Pew. I'm sure he enjoys it. Oh, Monferri, please objectify me with those pretty eyes. Or something. Yeah, when I was talking about all the French that I know, I forgot about Monferri. Everyone knows Moncherry. Omelette au fromage, of course. Not du fromage, au fromage. bit technical. You know, the style set actually looks quite cool. Like, the castle could be bland, but they use the color as well, and it feels layered. There's a lot of good stuff on this game. Like, the only problem I have with it is the level design. And the enemies disappearing when you pause. Both things are changes from the previous game that I disagree with. And I do, of course, appreciate the fact that they do reset the difficulty a little bit on the first stage, most of the time. That's how you do difficulty in games. You do a little staircase. Not a staircase, I don't know what to call it, but the difficulty goes up, 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 then it drips down. Give the player a bit of a breather, then the difficulty goes up again. You can't always go up. It gets too tiring. Did I miss anything? I did. Those are probably the last ones we need. I do have weapons for this guy, but I don't know if I need it. Difficulty drip. Is that the term? But yeah, that's... I remember some of the games I worked on, they worried a lot about that. I had actual classes from more experienced game designers on that. So it was something we kept in mind. Wait, I didn't get this one? Not that I need it. It's probably just a carrot. Yep. Carrot Castle! See? He was right all along. No, he wasn't. Seesaw would be for up and down. Yeah, it is kind of a seesaw, but the thing is, like, it doesn't fully describe it. I can't draw it with my hand because I don't have a webcam. But the thing is that it keeps dripping, but the overall trend is up. So like you go up on the graph and you drip, up on the graph and you drip. And if you look at a distance, the graph is still trending upwards. Scaling, yeah, that's another way to call it. I used drip in a different context, just thought the term would sound awkward. No, it doesn't. I sound awkward. The terms themselves are not to blame. This game is gonna take me like a grand total of 12 hours to beat, isn't it? Well, assuming it doesn't get a lot harder. Which it probably will. I'm getting... Yeah, that helps a little bit. The old song and dance. I like how that song and dance still works. The stairs crossing thingy. I freaking love it. They're very light on pipes for this game compared to the other ones. But when the term is made up to be wrong. Ah, who decides what is wrong? Get juked. I don't want to go up there, but that dog... Well, the dog is all the way over there. He charges at me, I'm pretty sure, so I have to... All the pipes, I messed up, I messed up! I messed up! F, F, F! That's me being PG. Holy crap. I avoided all the damage. Yeah, there are pipes here. Okay, I got one weapon, but there are like 5 foghorn leghorns after me. Ah, they're coming. I have to take this pipe. Which is a shame, there's nothing on this pipe for me. One of them is coming after me, so is the other. That guy fell... Well, fuck him, I don't care if he falls. Serves him right. You! So much work trying to dodge those jackasses. Shit! It's not where I wanted to drop to. You know, these stages are not that bad, like we've had worse before. Okay, now I have more weapons, that helps. They're also slightly more linear, like we're moving left to right, clearing entire columns of stage. I forgot 2 doors back there, I should go back there. I probably didn't forget, I was probably avoiding shitheads everywhere. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I have to kill one of them because I was gonna be trapped between. Oh, I can't... I guess... Did I get everything here? I did. Those pipes don't lead me anywhere helpful, so now we have the 3rd column, which is the last one. Okay. I know I have weapons, I have to save them for the difficult characters. Don't even need it, I have full health. Which surprises me, I thought I was doing a lot worse. Man, there is one lock on the door. Why do I need 8 keys? What kind of asshole door is that? One measly padlock. I don't even need this. Good lord, I have to check every door until I find the last key. Getting useless items along the way. It's gonna be on the last one. There you go. I almost fell on top of Pepper. That was the last place you look. Of course, because you stopped looking after you find it, because you're not a moron. Alright, I think my VTuber, no RetroTuber. Oh, am I, man? I'm doing fine. I Optimus Prime. I'm coming. Yeah, this is a temporary thing while I recover from this thing I did. I'm not presentable on camera right now. I'll be back to my normal web camera in like 1 or 2 weeks. This is a placeholder graciously offered to me by Tiger Sky Drum, amazing artist. But speaking of recovery, my head is hurting just a little bit. I turned it into a tune, yes. And come on, Tiger Sky Drum, that's what I should be doing instead. Amazing avatar she cooked up for me. Anyway, my head is starting to hurt a little bit. I streamed for like over 3.5 hours. I think that's a decent return for me after almost a week of no streaming. While I recovered, I'll see if I can come back tomorrow, even though I don't stream on Saturday. So I'm gonna pause the timer here. And I'll be coming back to this game either tomorrow or on Sunday.